The season starts in 4 to 5 days, and the squad needs more. Let that sink in. The season starts in 4 to 5 days, and the squad needs more. Bayern Munich need more players. Bayern München, whatever you want to call it, need more players for the upcoming season. We need a stronger squad for the upcoming season. And the reason I am so adamant about this is because this team is good. This team can be great. Vincent Kompany is building something great here. He is building a team that plays well. He is building a team that could establish league dominance again. He's building a team that can compete and realistically win the Champions League. But the squad depth might not be there, and that is why it's so pivotal for the Bayern board to deliver 2 to 3 more players to bolster our squad even further. And it's not just me. I'm just a fan, guys. I'm just a bozo. I'm just a guy online talking to 5 people on the internet. I'm a nobody. But just in the past, 2 days, 3 days, Manual Neuer, Harry Kane, Kimmich, 3 of the leaders in this team have came out and basically virtue signaled and basically sent subliminal messages or straight up said flat out, we want more players in the team. We want this squad to be backed more. And respect to them. Because to be honest, I know Vincent Kompany wants to say that. Let's get that straight right now. Vincent Kompany wants to come out and say he wants more players. He really does want to come out into the public and say, I need more backing with the squad because I'm building something special here. But he can't, because out of everyone in the squad, coaching staff included, players and coaching staff all included, Vincent Kompany would be the guy at the most risk of losing his job if he were to speak out. Neuer, he's not at risk if he speaks out. Kane, no. Kimmich, no. Kane, Kompany, yes. Kompany, yes. And so I really respect Neuer, Kane, and Kimmich coming out and saying this because they are signaling to you how Vincent Kompany is also feeling. But he just can't come out and say it because he doesn't want to start drama. He wants to focus on the season, which I respect. And Neuer, Kane, and Kimmich are out there doing the dirty work. So let's talk about it. Starting off I think yesterday. This is Kane just yesterday. Kane on the squad/transfers, reported by Goal Deutschland. It's probably one of the smallest squads I've ever played in. There's still time until the transfer window closes and decisions could be made by Max, Christoph, and the coach. We have some young players who have done very well in preseason. We are a bit thin, but that's not in the players' control. Straight up. Harry Kane straight up saying here, I hope we sign more players. I mean, this isn't even subliminal or anything. He's not even virtue signaling. He's not even giving backhanded jabs he's just straight up. He says, we need more players. and respect to Harry Kane because and Harry Kane the most out of everyone on this team because yes, he finally won the Bundesliga, his first trophy. Yes, he just won another trophy in the Super Cup on Saturday against VfB Stuttgart. I understand that, but that's not enough for Harry Kane. Harry Kane wants to get to another Champions League final. He wants to win the Champions League. He wants to try and go for a treble-winning season at Bayern. And he feels that the squad isn't there. And to be honest, Harry, I agree. Harold, Prince Harry, Sir Harold III of England. I agree. But it's not just Harry Kane. And bear with me here. I got to scroll a little bit. I didn't feel like preparing slides because I'm lazy. Manual Neuer on transfers. I have a feeling that something else is going to happen. But as I say every summer, we trust our managers. They're doing their homework and we concentrate on football. Now, this is a little more subliminal. This is what I was talking about where kind of backhanded jab, kind of subliminal, kind of virtue signaling. Manuel Neuer is basically saying here, he wants something to happen. By him saying that he has a feeling something else is going to happen, it's him putting out hope. It's him sending out that signal to the board that Manuel Neuer, the most senior player in this team now that Thomas Muller is gone, Manuel Neuer is the most senior guy here. He's been here the longest. And if you're seeing his performances, he's no washed up goalie. Manuel Neuer is one of the best in the world still. He can still speak out. He has a leg to stand on. This isn't him just being hopeful that there's transfers. This is him virtue signaling and telling the board, I want more players. We need more players. And you don't actually see this often at Bayern. I mean, I can't remember the last time players have came out and said came out and so directly and said we need more players. But I think the reason you're seeing it right now is because Manuel Neuer, Harry Kane, and Joshua Kimmich. I couldn't find the tweet about Joshua Kimmich, but Joshua Kimmich, I think, was the first out of Kane and Neuer. I think even before, just like 4 or 5 days ago, he came out talking about how we need more transfers as well. These players aren't coming out and saying these things just to start shit. Neuer, Kimmich, Kane, these guys are coming out and saying these things because they want Kompany to be back, because they really believe. They really believe in what's going on here. They really think they have the quality, the play style, the manager to do something special this season, and they just want that little bit of extra help. Two players of extra help. 2 players. That's all. It's not that much to ask for. Bring in two more players. Now, yes, have we already signed a Tom Bischoff? Right? Luis Diaz, Jonathan Tah. Yes, those are 3 very good signings. And have we basically fully promoted 2 of our youngsters to the 23-man squad? Lennart Karl and Jona Kusiasare. Pretty much. But still, we just need a little bit more because Coman left, Zane left, and we haven't necessarily brought in a replacement for Coman leaving. We haven't. Don't forget, Luis Diaz is the replacement for Zane. Now with Coman gone, what? Now I don't mind trusting Lennart Karl. Trust me, I love Lennart Karl. Lenny G. I forgot Lenny G. We're calling him Lenny G. I hope Lenny G gets minutes and a big role to play this season. But we need just a bit more experience in the attack, especially given the fact that Musiala realistically won't be back until January after his leg break. Musiala won't be back until January after his leg break. So what are our attacking options? You have Kane starting, Luis Diaz starting, Olise starting. So now what? We have to rely on Gnabry. We have to rely on youngsters like Lenny G. That's the thing. I don't mind Lenny G playing, but my issue with this is that we shouldn't rely on guys having their first season in the first team. We shouldn't rely on them. We should have senior guys to rely on first and then give the kids their minutes. Now, Lenny G might end up being a little bit of an anomaly because he's actually quality. And he is truly starting material. Who knows? I think we'll see whether that statement is true or not as the season goes on when he gets his minutes. But we need more. We need more. And this is the news we have going on right now. Bayern have failed in an attempt to sign Christopher Nkunku on loan. Doesn't mean the Nkunku deal is collapsing, but Bayern are pushing for a loan deal. After a meeting with Chelsea bosses, Pini Zahavi has told Bayern today that Nkunku is like to stay at Chelsea for another year. The proposed move to Bayern is in jeopardy. I don't really know about this one because you also see a report here that Max Eberl is in particular fully committed to the signing of Nkunku. He has negotiated intensively with Chelsea in the recent days. Unlike with Voltemade, Eberl is the lead negotiator in the Nkunku deal and not CEO Jan Christian Andriessen. Bayern only want Nkunku on loan, while Chelsea prefer a sale. Bayern have high hopes that Zahavi would announce positive news after today's meeting with Chelsea, but that wasn't the case. The deal is now seriously jeopardized. And yeah, Chelsea value Nkunku at 50 million. More, basically Bayern and Nkunku have agreement on personal terms, but just in terms of the deal with Chelsea, we can't come to terms. So what happens if the Nkunku deal collapses? The Voltemanda deal has collapsed. I'll sit here and admit, I thought we would bully Stuttgart into them giving us Voltemanda. That doesn't seem to be the case. So what's plan C? Plan A was Voltemanda. Plan B was Nkunku. Now what's plan C? Is there a plan C? There has to be a plan C. There has to be a plan C. So, and even with a guy like Nkunku, let's be honest, I do think with his qualities, like we can extract something there. Kompany can extract a great performances out of Nkunku, but it is a big risk. Realistically, if we were to buy him permanently, no more than 35, 40 million. Chelsea's 50 million valuation is way too high. 35, 40 million max, because Nkunku has been coming off so many injuries since going to Chelsea. That's the reason why he hasn't succeeded at Chelsea, because he went there and he had a massive knee injury right away. So, sorry, I needed to get a drink there. My throat was so dry. So Nkunku's a big risk as well. He's a bench player at Chelsea. Now, I don't think it's because he lacks quality. He's just been unlucky with injuries. And during his injuries, Cole Palmer basically took over in the number 10 position where Nkunku was going to establish himself. So, what's the plan C for Nkunku? What's the plan C? And I actually want to go over to our squad. Let's go over to FootMob and look at our squad. Starting, obviously Coach Vincent Kompany. Goalkeeper depth, I like it. Like I said in my five predictions for Bayern Munich this season, I think Manual Neuer is going to be the best goalie in the world this season. And after his performances at the Club World Cup, after his performance against Stuttgart in the Super Cup, you guys, you got to listen when Hokage speaks, because I'm telling you, Manuel Neuer is going to perform at a high level this year. He's going to be disciplined. He's going to be available. And the World Cup 2026 motivation is in his head. So I'm telling you, Manuel Neuer as our number 1, Jonas Urbig as our number 2, Sven Ulrich as our number 3. Good goalkeeper depth. I like that. I like that. Then we go into defense. Sacha Boey needs to be sold. That I'm certain of. That I'm so certain Sacha Boey needs to be sold, because he has made back post defensive errors 3 times this summer, against Benfica in the Club World Cup, against Grasshopper Zurich last week, and 2 days ago against Stuttgart. I know Stuttgart's goal was in the 93rd minute. It doesn't matter. But again, he failed to defend and check his shoulder for runners coming on into the box. So he's made that basic mistake 3 times this summer. I'm sure Sacha Boey needs to be sold, but honestly, with how thin our squad is, you got to keep the guy. Now, he would be second choice right back, third choice right back, probably. But yeah, I guess keep him as a squad player. But a guy like Sacha Boey, I don't want him touching the field as a sub in any big games. You could play him in the Bundesliga, mid-table teams, lower half of the table teams. You can do that, but I don't want to see Sacha Boey on the pitch. I don't want to see him on the pitch against any top teams. Konrad Laimer, good. So in defense, really, we have 1, 2. In terms of right back, we have 4 players that could play right back, because realistically, Sacha Boey, Konrad Laimer, Josip Stanisic, and Joshua Kimmich can all play right back. I know it says Rafael Guerrero can play right back. No, Rafael Guerrero cannot play right back. I'm sorry, no. So honestly, our right back depth is good. I'm not really complaining there. In fact, our defensive depth is good. I'll admit that our depth in the defense is good, and I see a lot of Bayern fans actually complaining about the defensive depth. I don't mind it, because it really looks like the Kimmich transfer talks have calmed down. It looks like he's gonna stay. Hopefully, if he stays, we already went over the right back squad depth. If Kimmich stays, which I hope he does, he should. We have 4 center backs. 5 center backs: Diogo Upamecano, Kimmich, Jonathan Tah, Hiroki Ito when he's back from injury, Josip Stanisic as well. You got 5 center backs. And honestly, don't forget, Joshua Kimmich can play really well at center back. We've seen it in Champions League quarterfinals, right? Under Pep Guardiola, that Joshua Kimmich can play center back. So we have center back depth. And also we've seen Goretzka experimented with that center back. So honestly, I'm happy with the center back depth. I think from the outside looking in, a lot of people would say our center back depth sucks, but I don't care. I don't agree. Upamecano, world class. Jonathan Tah, underrated. I think a lot of people are his transfer is going under the radar. I think Kim and Jay will eventually bench Jonathan Tah. I think Kim and Jay, with his health issues now out of the way, he can be at a top center back. Hiroki Ito, he's quality. He just needs to not get injured. So I like the depth there. It's when we get into midfield. You'll saw Kimmich. Basically, our midfield options are Kimmich, Goretzka, Pavlovic, Tom Bischoff. Basically, 4 options. And with Pavlovic having all these issues with availability, injury, sickness, STDs, whatever, puberty, whatever it is, he's just not consistently available. So what? We're only going to have 3 midfielders consistently available to play in that double pivot? No. Honestly, that's not good enough. Now, if Pavlovic comes back from his recent injury and he stays fit all season, okay. I'm rocking with Bischoff, Pavlovic, Goretzka, Kimmich, 4-man midfield double pivot depth. I'm rocking with it. But I'm just scared of Pavlovic's availability. I'm just scared of that. So that's why I can't trust it. And it's really an attack where we're a little light. Musiala won't be back. It says November. He really shouldn't be coming back until January. Paul Vanner, he bulked up and put muscle on his frame, and he just doesn't look the same talent we saw 4 years ago. Lenny G, I trust. Olise, I trust. Gnabry, I don't trust. Harry Kane, I trust, and I still need to see more of Luis Diaz to see if I trust him. I know we paid 75 mil or whatever it was, but I still need to see more from Luis Diaz to trust him. So right now, in the attack, I only trust Musiala, Olise, Lenny G, Harry Kane. 4 players I trust in the attack. Serge Gnabry, Luis Diaz, Paul Van. That's what I'm talking about. If we add an Nkunku to this, it's a little stronger. But how much stronger is it really? I think we need 2 attackers to come in by the end of this window. And that's the thing. They don't need to be blockbuster big name signings. They don't need to be blockbuster big name signings. They just need to be quality players that are willing and understand that they will be bench players at times. They will be squad players. They have to play for the squad. They have to play for the team. They cannot be selfish. They cannot be egotistical. Nkunku fits that profile because he's coming off a slew of injuries at Chelsea. His time in England has probably been a humbling experience because of those issues he's had. He's not going to come to Bayern and, oh, I deserve to start. Oh, I should this. Oh, I demand this. I demand that. No. If this is Nkunku of 2.5 years ago, pre-World Cup, right? Pre-World Cup 2022, yeah, if we signed Nkunku then, he would come in and he would be expected to be one of the top guys on top salary, try to, be a leader in the dressing room. But I don't know. I'm just yapping at this point, but I think a lot of people would agree we need more players. And it's not like I'm saying 5 players, 6 players, squad overhaul, this and that, like some overreactionary Bayern guys say. But we need, there's 2 weeks left, 2.5 weeks left of the transfer window. I genuinely believe we need 2. I won't say at least 2. I think if we bring in 2 players to the squad, I'll be happy. If it's just Nkunku, let's try and get a player in the winter transfer window or something. Especially after we see how the injuries of Davies, Hiroki Ito, and Jamal Musiala play out when they come back. We need more players, man. And the seniority in the squad are speaking out. I'm telling you, Vincent Kompany wants to speak out, but he can't because he would be the most at risk for losing his job. And this team is quality. Vincent Kompany is building something, and the players and Vincent Kompany just want to be backed so that there's no excuses come the end of the season. I don't want us to be in March, April in a Champions League quarterfinal, semifinal, and we lose, and we have questions about, oh, if we just had that little extra firepower off the bench. I don't want those if buts, and I don't like regrets at all in life. I don't like regrets at all, fully. But when it comes to football and watching as a fan, and if you're a player, you definitely don't want regrets like that. Oh, if we just had a little bit of strength off the bench. If we just had a little bit more business the previous summer. I don't want to live with regrets. and I'm sure these Bayern players don't want to. It's been your boy Hokage. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.